So, good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to see you again. Here we are to close this week. Yes, welcome. I will have 3 notes for you today, and the staff will follow. So, let's start. The President of the General Assembly, Mr. Dennis Francis, has written to member states with a concept note and logistics details for the high-level meeting on antimicrobial resistance. The event is scheduled for 26th of September in New York, will be held under the theme Investing in the Present and Securing Our Future Together, Accelerating Multisectoral, Global, Regional, and National Actions to Address Antimicrobial Resistance. Member states, observers of the General Assembly, representatives of the UN system, civil society, non-governmental organizations, academia, the private sector, and persons affected by AMR, among others, are expected to attend the meeting. On 15th May, the PGA held a multi-stakeholder hearing, which was attended by over 300 stakeholders from across the globe. They discussed the stakeholder perspectives, experiences, and recommendations on urgent actions and investments necessary to accelerate progress, addressing global health challenges and the threat of AMR. In his letter, President Francis informed member states and other participants that the high-level meeting will consist of an opening segment, a plenary, 2 interactive multi-stakeholder panels, and a closing segment. The meeting will start at 10 a.m. on the 26th of September and is expected to conclude at 6 p.m. Panel 1 will address the urgent antimicrobial resistance crisis across the human, animal, plant, and environmental sectors through equity, access, building awareness, and innovation. Panel 2 will discuss human health, animal health and welfare, agri-food systems, and protecting the environment to tackle antimicrobial resistance through an integrated surveillance, capacity building, sustainable resources, financing, and investment. The high-level meeting is expected to approve a concise and action-oriented political declaration with a shared vision, including the consideration of measurable targets and objectives on mobilizing political will and action to address the drivers, sources, and challenges. According to the WHO, the World Health Organization, AMR is one of the top global public health and development threats. It is estimated that bacterial AMR was directly responsible for 1.27 million global deaths in 2019. And the World Bank estimates that it could result in 1 trillion additional health costs by 2050. President Dennis Francis issued a post on his ex-social media account to mark this International Day for the remembrance of the slave trade and its abolition. The PGA said that on this day, we remember the courageous individuals who fought against the brutalities of the transatlantic slave trade, forever changing the course of history. Mr. Francis also stressed that the struggle reminds us of the enduring power of the human spirit in the face of oppression. The PGA invited all to honor their legacy by continuing the fight for equality and justice, ensuring that such atrocities are never repeated. And to the ones who were here yesterday, President Francis welcomed, for the first time in the history of the Presidency's office, 2 students for a full day of activities as PGA for a Day. The exercise PGA for a Day aimed to be a transformative and enriching experience for the 2 New York-based students. Under President Francis' mentorship, they participated in meetings, interacted with UN officials, and gained insights into the responsibilities of international leadership and the challenges of diplomacy. They spoke to the press here in an impromptu press conference accompanied by President Francis and concluded the day asking questions to the PGA and being introduced to the GA Hall. The students attend the New York City Public Schools Global Leaders Academy program. They were selected by their respective schools based on their academic excellence and after an essay contest on the Sustainable Development Goals and the UN work. The PGAs for a day were Miss Fariha Akhter, 15 years old, from Bangladesh, who attends the Bronx Center for Science and Mathematics in the Bronx, and Mr. Eric Ponomarev, 16 years old, from Russia, who goes to Fort Hamilton High School in Brooklyn. They also met with the Assistant Secretary General for Youth Affairs, Mr. Felipe Paulier, and Mr. Daniel del Valle Blanco, Chair of Youth Advisory to UN Habitat and former ambassador of the International Youth Organization here to the UN. And on our YouTube channel, you will have the entire press conference from yesterday, some videos as well that we produced. You can later read the story on UN News English website, and we will post more information for you across the PJ's social media channels as well. And as we flagged yesterday, or better saying on Monday, that's my last note for you, the President of the General Assembly, Mr. Dennis Francis, will hold a press conference here on Monday, 9th of September, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. This will be his last meeting with you as President of the current session. Mr. Francis will speak about main achievements as he wraps up his presidency and answer your questions. He will start, of course, with very short opening remarks. And that's everything we have for today. Do you have anything else here in the room? Or, Deji, how are you today? Good
Hi,
to
Monica.
see you again.
Do you have any update on the speakers list of the high-level week?
Unfortunately not.
Still 5th of
we are
July.
Promised. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
That's the latest one. Okay.
And the one for the summit of the future is expected to be published next month. And then I'll bring it to you. And if it's, of course, published while we're not here, you'll receive it via email, okay? Breaking news for you. So, good. I will see you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Thank you.